Well, hey there, native plant enthusiasts. This is Santino, Education Coordinator for Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve, coming at you with another video. Today, I'm joined by another very special guest. Today, we'll be interviewing Donna Derringer, who has a special message for you regarding the grand opening of our native plant nursery. Well, hey, Donna, thanks for joining us today. Do you want to give the folks at home a quick introduction to yourself?
Well, hi everybody. I'm Donna Derringer. I'm the nursery and sales manager here at Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve. I've been here a few years, and I have some wonderful news. We have the opening day of our plant sale starting up. It's going to be, the first day is going to be Friday, April 8th, and that's going to be open to members only. Members get 10% off, so if you'd like to become a member, this is a great time to get your membership. On Saturday, we'll have members from 8 to 10, and then from there on out, it'll be open to the general public. Also, don't forget, we are having a opening speaker on Friday at 7 a.m., and he'll be coming to everybody via Zoom. He is the author of this book, Deer-Resistant Plants for the Northeast. This is pretty relevant, I think, to a lot of us. And he'll be sharing his expertise with us during Friday evening's program. So please join us for that as well.
And just so folks at home know, his name is Greg Tepper, and he was actually one of the recipients of our Land Ethics Award this year, which is pretty exciting. Now, you talked about opening weekend schedule. When folks come to the preserve, how are they going to know what they're going to find or what they're looking for?
So every year we post availability lists on our website, and we also have them at our cashier table. This year, so that it's easier than ever really to find your plants, for every plant that we have listed on our availability list, there'll be a table number that goes along with that plant. If you know exactly what plant you're looking for, it'll be on your list. You just go to that table and you can find it easily that way. As always, the trees and shrubs will be in the parking lot area, and just to show you a few of our faves that we'll be having ready for you in April. This is Virginia Bluebell. Everybody, I'm sure, knows this one, and it's a beauty. And then you have a lot of those for you. And then we have this shooting star in white. It's an absolutely beautiful plant. And this favorite, this is Matutia. It is ostrich fern, and we should have some of those ready as well. That's just a small sampling of what we will have available. There'll be a lot of plants, a lot of choices for you when you get here this spring.
Well, that's awesome and great to know. Now, Donna, as I look at those pots, I notice that there's a sticker on each of those pots. Is that important for folks to know about?
Oh, absolutely. These stickers will replicate the information that we usually have. We have these great signs for your educational purposes. And there's a lot of information on these signs, but the kind of cliff notes to those are on your pots, so that when you take your pots home, you can find out when the plant blooms, how what the conditions are for it. So that'll be light conditions and moisture, how big it's going to get, and what color the bloom what color bloom it will have. Okay. So the other thing I always recommend to everybody is when you if you are taking a plant home and you want the additional information that's on these signs, and there's a sign for every plant, take a picture of it. It'll be really helpful for you as you work with your plant over the season. We also have great volunteers, naturalists, our staff's here to help you. If you have any questions at all, we're more than happy to answer them for you. So please feel free to come out and ask us questions.
So I was going to say, one of the questions I'm probably going to have for our wonderful volunteers is, what do you recommend I plant?
So we have these lists now that we're developing, and I'm not sure you can see this, but we're going to have lists by conditions. They will also be online, and they will be up at the cashier table as well. So for example, that one that I just held up was deer resistance. We also have lists for black walnut resistance and sun and light conditions and moisture conditions, and that should be a good way to get started. The other thing is, when you before you come out, you might want to do a little homework. Go out to your garden where you're planting to plant, and and identify like what the conditions are. So when a plant says, when the label says something like full sun, that means 6 to 10 hours of direct sunlight. If it says shade, that means less than 3 hours of direct sunlight. Everything else will be in that part sun, part shade area. And most of the plants are very adaptable. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put a plant that's at one extreme or the other, like a shade plant. You don't want to put that in the sun and vice versa. But most of our plants will take a lot of different conditions and adapt accordingly. The other thing would be moisture. Just get a general sense about what the average moisture level is in your garden space. That, of course, varies throughout the year. But again, you want to make sure you have a wet plant, you don't put it in a dry area, and vice versa. So we'll have lists, we'll have people helping you, and we'll have these wonderful signs, and there'll be conditions also on our availability. So you have plenty of resources. Please enjoy them all and come out and have fun.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Any other final thoughts? I know that was a lot for the folks at home, so you want to give them a quick Cliff Notes recap?
Well, the one thing I'd like to make sure everybody understands is that the nursery at the preserve is open every day that the preserve is open. And we have all sorts of offerings that we introduce throughout the season. So what you find in April, you may not find as many of those things in March, but in June or May, but you will find a whole different assortment. So please feel free to come back often, and we're open all the time. And I thank you so much for your interest in native plants and for using native plants. You're doing a good thing. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Donna.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I also want to give a special thanks to Donna for this wonderfully special episode for our nursery opening. A quick reminder, our nursery opens for members only starting on April the 8th. So if you are not a member and are interested in getting your plants early ahead of time, that's the best way to do that. In addition, you get 10% off our native plant nursery, our gift shop, our twin leaf book and gift shop as well, in addition to 20% off all of our education programming. Our admission fees are also waived for members. So again, membership not only benefits the preserve, it benefits you. And we try to make it worth our members while. You guys really do make us shine. So thank you all for that. Remember, before you come out on April the 8th or 9th or 10th, to do your homework, check out our website under the Native Plant Nursery section and learn what your site conditions are like. And we look forward to seeing you all here at the start of April. So until next time, I encourage everyone, as always, to keep on experiencing what's natural and learn what's native. Take care.